Good morning, tubers. Today we're going to clean up this floating raft system, this aquaponic floating raft system. Going to be getting things out that didn't do well. Some of it just died. We're also going to be harvesting out of here. I'm going to harvest some of this romaine lettuce, some leeks, some fennel, some garlic, onion, things that you all have asked about. I'll show you how the onion and garlic did. That was a big video. A lot of people had questions about that. Enjoyed speaking with you on what we're doing here. I'll tell you how I plan to do it again. And we're going to look at the mediums that I grew in. We tried rock wool, cocoa coir, oyster shells, wood pellets, potting soil. I believe that's about it. And I'm going to show you what worked and what didn't, and why maybe it didn't. And I'm also going to show you some of the things that I found out about this floating raft system going forward, and it'll be interesting. Also going to show you what we're doing just to try and keep going while the temperatures outside have plummeted. Winter came back. Fooled you. Yeah, winter came back. It snowed last night. We got about 1 inch of snow here. It's almost all gone now, but yeah, it really disrupted what Mother Nature had going on out there with all the trees blooming and such. But I'll show you what we got. So come on along. All right, this is cabbage, and the reason it's yellow is due to the pH of the water. This was next to my oyster shell experiment. I removed all the ones that were growing in oyster shell because they were really bad, and this was actually affected by the medium that it was next to. So oyster shells don't grow in oyster shells. This is actually growing in cocoa coir. It's doing well, and I have some that's down at the other end. It's doing pretty well as well. But anyway, I'm hoping this recovers. Added a little iron to the water, so it should help that to recover. The fennel, that's sage. It's doing okay, and it is in rock wool. The fennel is in, let me see, what are you in? That appears to be in rock wool. It's doing really well. I'm going to harvest some of that today. Celery was affected by the pH as well. You can see that it's got an iron deficiency, but I'm going to split that thing up because it is enormous. It's tearing up my raft here. It's growing so big, it's stretching out the hole down there. There's tons of celery plants within one plant. Here's my onion. We're going to harvest a lot of this today. I would not recommend growing in perlite. You'll need something maybe a little drier to get that up off of the ground so it can actually create bulbs above. It does okay, but not like I would like it. The garlic did much better. Actually, this is garlic. The onions did much better, and I'll show you that in a minute. And these leeks are insane. They loved what we got here. Look at the size of those things. That's one leek plant that turned into 2. We're gonna harvest some of that today too. Got to clean these out. You see all the roots laying down in the bottom. I got to get all that out of there, and we're going to pull all of the plants that we're leaving in here down to this end, and we're gonna start up here and work everything this way. As the plants mature, they'll come this way, and we'll put the new plants down at that end. I was going to show you how the wood pellets did, but it stunk so bad that all I wanted to do was get it out of here. It smelled like rotting flesh. It was horrible. I'm sure that wasn't beneficial to my system, and so I got that out as quick as possible. Clean these things up. The plants all died. Don't grow in aquaponics, at least, or I don't even think you would grow at all in these wood pellets. Bad idea. Collards, get ready to harvest those. Those, you can see, they were affected a bit by the iron. I've added iron. They're already starting to look a lot better. Down at this end, I've added some iron to this particular bed, and they are starting to recover. But we're going to harvest them. I'm going to eat them that way anyway. We had some not too long ago, and they were fine. Doesn't affect the taste, just not real pretty. Cabbage down here. This was where I had oyster shell stuff. You can see it affected all of this. That's all going to be moved down to the other end where I have treated the bed for iron. Hopefully they'll recover. I'm going to harvest that cabbage. Yeah. We're going to harvest. That one's making a head. Yeah, they're starting to make heads. But this one is ready. Get rid of all that stuff down at the bottom. There's a wasp. Clean it all up. This is pak choy, I believe. I can't find the sticker anymore. It bleached out. All those stickers, all those tags bleached out on me. I gotta get a better marker. And that was grown in rock wool. So I'll get rid of all this stuff that's damaged, and we'll see how well it works in the salad. Alright, pak choy is good. This is the second one. I enjoyed one piece, but this stuff grown in here is the bombizzle, to borrow a term from my kids. Pak choy. It's gonna be good in some salads. And that's some pretty romaine. And those of you who are asking, these cups, they work fine. I've got a bunch of them that I need to replant into. Oh, I also wanted to show you, this is cocoa coir in here, and it does well in cocoa coir. There's the root structure that's coming out of the bottom of this car on both of these. I think that's the way I'm going to try and do my romaine from now on. It really seems to like that. This is fennel. I'm going to say it's not supposed to get this big, but maybe it is. I've never grown it before. It's the first time. Getting ready to harvest some of it. But what I have found is that I grow it in here, I'm gonna either have to put bigger holes in here or harvest it sooner. It's wedged in there so tight I can't get them out, so I'm not even going to show you how I do it because it's probably going to be embarrassing, but I'm going to get it out of there. Promise you that. This stuff smells really good. Alright, I left half the root system in there, but look what it did to this thing. That net cup is shot. Not much left of the rock wool that it's in either. Amazing. Fennel. Alright, now we're going to grab some leeks. I think we're going to grab the big one here that's split. There's two of them in there. If I can get it out. There's some leeks. That one is shot as well. Net cup no longer serviceable. Alright, I'm going to cut these greens off. Never seen anyone eat them, but if you know more about leeks than I do, which just about everybody probably does, let me know if there's anything you can do with these. But for now, these are going to go in the compost. But those look good. Alright, I got them cleaned up a little bit. I ate some of the greens. Tastes just like an onion to me. Wonder if you're not supposed to grow them next to onions. Somebody leave that in there too. My pH meter, and it's right at 7 now. All right, I've pulled out the garlic. These are in perlite. I'll clean them up and I'll show you what that looks like. Not very big. All right, these are onions, and they did okay. Probably could have left them in there, let them grow for a long time, but needed something for the salad. These don't look bad at all. There's the onions all cleaned up. Let's cut the bottom off. Be good. You remember how I told you that the wood, it stunk and the stuff didn't grow in it? Well, I was wrong. There's wood in there. This is the one that was half wood pellets down at the bottom and half potting soil at the top. So I guess when you'd mixed it, it's okay, but it still stinks. So I'm not doing it again. Excuse me. By the way, these are collards, and we're gonna eat some. I don't know if we're gonna put it in the salad or we're just gonna eat them. May just steam some of it. collards. By the way, there is only 2 surviving strawberry plants in the the floating raft system. I don't recommend ever trying that again. They just don't like having their feet wet all the time, at least not hanging down into the water. But this one did survive, and it actually has a strawberry. And I'm going to eat that thing right now. It's got a couple of them. I put it in some dirt. First strawberry of the year. Looks like we might have a couple more out of that, but that was good. You can see all the snow is gone. It's probably getting close to 50 out here now. So anyway, got to figure out what I'm going to do with this guy. You see all the different shoots out of this? That one celery plant has become lots of them with an enormous root mass. So I've got to separate that thing out, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Can't eat it all like that, but I'm going to try and separate it out and make several plants out of it. We'll see what happens. Here's my harvest: fennel, romaine lettuce, pak choy, onions, fennel leeks, and collards. I harvested a couple of garlic, and I just stuck them back down in there. They were way too small. And it looks like I still need to clean some of the mess off of that one, but I did get accomplished what I hoped to be done with today, and I did get this end done. This is ready for all new plants over here, and we'll push them down that way. As those mature and they're harvested, everything will get pushed farther and farther that way. There we go. God bless. Go plant some nutrient solution or some aquaponics water or dirt, and we'll see you next time. Take care.